whatever George Bush says and does, he is not a representative of all the American people by any means. Millions of our American brothers and sisters are fighting against the war. Pleased to welcome here today Jack Heyman, representative of the San Francisco Longshore Workers Union.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here with 1 million people protesting against the war in Iraq. We have to say to Blair that yes, we will trample the grass here in Hyde Park to protest your atrocities. You, Blair and Bush, are attempting a bloody massacre. You intend to use depleted uranium. You intend to use possibly nuclear weapons. Let us not forget that the only power on the face of the earth that has ever used nuclear weapons of mass destruction against a civilian population is the United States of America. There are hundreds of thousands of people that will be marching in the streets of America tomorrow, in Washington, D.C., and across the country to San Francisco to say no to war. The important development that has been taking place is that the trade union movement has formed a new organization called Labor Against War that organizes 4 million trade unionists against this bloody war. And what we need to do is what Rosa Luxemburg, the revolutionary workers' leader from Germany, said almost 100 years ago. The main enemy is at home. The main enemy is at home. And we have to organize. The Liverpool dock workers told us that the struggle must be international, and that is true. And the railroad train drivers have set the example. The way for us to stop this war is by using the power of the working class to not load military cargo. Down with Blair, down with Bush. Trade unions have the power to stop the war. Let's use it. Thank you.
Iraqi forces have paid a heavy price. But on this Baghdad street today, it was more Iraqi civilians who were dying.
I have the weapon. You back up, please. Who is shoot me? I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm not gonna shoot you. Back up. We have pride, just pride.
We have pride, just pride, this woman said.
We're here for your fucking freedom. So back up right now.
For Iraqis to say exactly what they want. In this case, no Bush, no Saddam, yes to an Islamic State.
The US go home and listen to what they're chanting. With our soul and our blood, we will defend Islam, they cry. It's not a revolution, but for the coalition, these will be troubling signs.
they split the group in half, kind of, and so there's a lot of people on one side of the street, and then there's the people still picketing, and basically they're just kind of standing there. It was almost like vultures, just kind of waiting, and then eventually they just stormed in, and they kind of scattered the group, trying to get to the other side of the street. But the police, I saw some police knock down some people. Which I didn't think was necessary because they were just trying to leave.
My response is shock. I remember when I was on the other side of the police line and they set off the concussion grenades. I couldn't believe it. And then they started shooting these beanbag projectiles with shotguns. You know, it's like this beanbag is depleted.
My right hand here are beanbags. So you can see they're shot out of this cartridge right here. It says beanbag on there. And then here are 2 of the beanbags that they shot at the protesters. Those must have really hurt. And then these are wooden bullets. And it looks like they're shot out of this too because it says multiple wooden baton shells. And so these 2 must really pack a punch. We also saw that they were shooting off concussion grenades out there.
A so-called stinger ball grenade full of what looks like rubber BBs that's thrown, a fired shotgun shell containing a beanbag full of gravel, and a large casing with wooden dowels inside that police brass say should be shot only at people's feet.
This bullet was shot, I'm assuming, directly at me because it hit me in the head from the side. It did not come up. So I'm assuming that they were aiming right for my head.
A woman protester who was hit by something, and she had like a big lump on her chin that was the size of an apple. I mean, literally, it was that swelled up, the size of an apple, and it had a big bloody spot on it as well.
They hit me. They shot at me as I was leaving.
Got hit by the fucking tear gas.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm standing there. I'm a fucking worker, ready to get through, and I got hit by a fucking tear gas.
Oh man.
I'm standing there. I'm waiting for them to. I'm waiting for them to clear the workers. You know they're about ready to do it, and all of a sudden I hear a sound, a shotgun sound, and I got hit.
Tell them all to get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
These fucking cops are going crazy.
The rest of you guys clear out. Well, I'm saying, got our asses fucked up in here.
It makes one wonder whether or not we're still living in a democratic country when people are peacefully picketing. And in fact, when they attacked us, we weren't even blocking traffic on the way into the port. People had moved aside when they'd asked that we moved aside, and yet they came after us. I thought it was entirely inappropriate.
And they shot that shit all in my eyes, shot in my damn car. You okay, Ernie? How you doing? Over here trying to, my guys are trying to go to work. They congregating over there, okay? Police shooting the crowd and hit one of my guys in the arm and they bleed, okay?
Thumb is hit and he's went to the hospital.
As far as I'm concerned, the police is out of control here. These cops don't even know what the fuck they doing.
We got you on this side? Yeah, I got it. Pepper spray in my eyes.
We are not going to work this facility today. That's understood out here.
All right? Let them know that...
What did they arrest you for?
I don't know. They haven't told me.
This officer, did you say what you...
Why don't you tell him that? Go on to get him.
And Steve, they have confiscated the evidence, and I want the evidence in my possession. He said he'll give it back to me. Yeah, you can give it to him. Here's the evidence. That's the evidence where the guys got shot back here, the 2 long short.
arrest him for having this in the car?
No.
What was he arrested for?
I don't even know. He doesn't. Nobody knows. They just do whatever they want.
Oakland Police Chief Richard Word argues his officers were justified.
When you have a crowd and you give 3 different orders to disperse, and there's some direct aggressive action against you, you have to respond to that. Otherwise, you're going to be pelted. You'll have even more injuries.
Hi, I'm Dan Siegel.
And what happened here today?
ILWU, true to its progressive traditions, declined to cross the picket line. The arbitrator came down and closed the port, at least for the morning. Meanwhile, the Oakland police are doing their best to make Oakland look like Baghdad. They've been down here with tremendous force on their motorcycles and using tear gas shot from shotguns and bean bags and plowing their motorcycles into people. I saw at least 2 of the demonstrators get hit by the bikes, and 1 legal observer had her foot run over, and at least 2 of the longshore workers who were just standing by wound up getting hit with either the bean bags or the shrapnel from the tear gas grenades and had to be taken to the hospital.
Why was this reaction by the police so aggressive?
Well, they're doing their best to enforce Oakland's version of the Homeland Security Act. They want to be sure that everyone is intimidated and afraid to protest against the war, and they're out here doing the job of Bush and the war machine.
This would be a response anytime someone would try to conduct an unlawful act to shut the port down.
Workers can stop it. War is for profit. Workers can stop it. War is for profit. Workers can stop it.
President Bush, you took my only son away from me.
Come on, guys! Hey! Stop the truck! Stop the ticket like me! Stop the truck! Stop the truck! We have people in
And the sea jump goes no! And the sea jump goes no! And the sea jump goes no!
If longshoremen decide they're not going to cross the picket line, then the Zim ship that's coming in is not going to be worked. And that's going to be repeated around the world in Norway, Sweden, South Africa.
One-day protest is not enough. I mean, we have to have a continued fight, a direction to go in, you know, like some type of workers' party with a connection to fight up here. Labor unions only can do so much without a political force.
Today, what you witnessed was the current young membership of ILWU Local 10 answering the call. We claim no easy victories and tell no lies. Solidarity to the Palestinians. Solidarity to the working class around the
workers' rights, to oppose the war, bring home the troops, stand up for what you believe in. That's what we got going on, and I can't say it no better than that.
We all know about the struggle in the 1800s for the 8-hour day, which was a very important struggle. It was a struggle for safety, it was a struggle for survival, and it was a struggle for working conditions here in the United States. Here in the United States, workers have been struggling a long time, and it seems like now, brothers and sisters, we're struggling harder than ever.
I asked the New York Times reporter last week, will you be covering this event? And he said, is it newsworthy? What do you say? Is it newsworthy?
Stop the war now! Stop the war now!
Union time! Union time!